What are you doing, bro? You're too in your head, bro. Life is too short. By the time you actually figure it out, it's gonna be too late. Do what you want to do, bro. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, old and young. Your boy is currently at Opson Mountain, right outside of Daegu. As you can see, it's pretty beautiful. And today we're going to be talking about what it's been like living in South Korea for almost a year now. Being outside of the United States has definitely opened my eyes to living full time outside of the United States. Like, you don't have to live in the United States for the rest of your life. You can totally go to Thailand, Bali, Indonesia, the Philippines, and live your life. Like, that's something that I always kind of thought, like, oh, I was born in the United States, I'm going to stay in the United States forever. But no, thanks to the Army, I've been stationed here for a little under a year now, and yeah, it's just like a regular life. After a month, you get used to living in that country. I'm gonna say the good things first, and I'm gonna say the bad things, which you guys should probably know before you go to South Korea. You guys still see me? Cool. My main fear traveling abroad outside the United States, even though the United States is pretty bad too sometimes, is racism, food, and finding somebody to cut my hair. And honestly, for the haircut, found a great barber, YB, shout out to you. Food's not that bad, but I definitely do miss my Mexican food back in the States. And racism, bro, because, like, I don't know, like, the media has a great way of portraying countries as, racist towards black people or just any other type of demographic. And being in South Korea, I've never experienced racism, honestly. Like, some people obviously might be racist, but I have been not prone to any of that so far. I've been treated with respect, and most of the times it's just like, yo, you got to realize South Korea, most of the people here are introverts. They keep to themselves, and very respectful culture. They don't want to be all up in your face. And so if they don't talk to you, that doesn't mean that they don't like you. It just means, like, yo, they don't even talk to Koreans like that. So, and that's also saying that I conduct myself in a respectful manner. I do what they do in their culture. Like, I bow, I say 안녕하세요, you know what I'm saying? I take the time to kind of learn some of their cultures. So, it's not just me coming as a foreigner and making it my country that I came from. No, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to come from America, and I'm going to learn about, South Korean culture. And so far, so good. I met a lot of friendly people, and it's been a good time. So the first thing that I do like about South Korea is that the people are pretty cool, pretty respectful. The second thing that I do like is the ease of transportation, bro. Like, you can get anywhere in this country. Like, from Daegu to South Korea is like 3 hours, and it's just one train ride away. And it's pretty simple. The subway system here is easy to get around, even as a foreigner, boys and girls. Even as a foreigner, taxis are also easy. Buses are also easy. You can do it all on your phone, and it's also cheap. In America, an Uber is like $40, but here that same $40 Uber ride is $10. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Number 3 is the food, right? Food's pretty good. Most of the places that I've been to, most of the fast food restaurant, they make it to order, so it's fresh. And I'm not gonna lie, the food here, you feel pretty good, even if it's fast food. Like, I feel good. Like, I feel like even though I'm eating fast food, it's still healthy and it's nourishing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like, not bad at all. It definitely tastes way better. I don't know what's going on in America, but yeah, the food here is awesome. Although I will say that it's different. It's South Korea, right? They have their own taste palette, so it is different. I noticed that they put a lot of sweet stuff into things that aren't traditionally sweet, and their desserts aren't sweet at all to at least me and my American friends. So there's that. They also, some of the stuff might be a little spicy too, but the hot Cheetos here, absolutely no, absolutely garbage. Hot South Korean hot Cheetos, I do not like them at all. Now we're going to move on to the bad stuff, or not bad stuff, but the stuff that you're going to find different. And the first thing for me was the culture shock, right? Like, South Korea, this place is pretty condensed. It's a small country with a lot of people. It's the size of Indiana with over 22 million people. And so when you're out and about doing public transportation or you're in the mall, your personal space will get violated. People are going to be all up in your bubble. and they're gonna bump you and not say excuse you, or they're gonna bump you and they're not gonna say excuse me, which is something I had to get used to really fast because I'm the type of person, if you bump me, if you shoulder check me, bro, what's up? You know what I'm saying? That's like a little fighting move. But here it's normal. Just get used to it. You just gotta constantly remind yourself that, hey, I'm not in America. You know what I'm saying? But another one is that they like to cover their mouths with their hands a lot, like when they sneeze or when they cough. Oftentimes they either don't cover their mouths at all or they just cough into their hands. It's just a culture thing, you know what I'm saying? You might find that to be nasty or gross, but that's just what I've noticed that you're gonna find different here. Number three, I would say there's no small talk at all. Like in America, you could go up to anybody and say, hello, how are you? You could in 5 minutes get to know their entire life story, but that's not a thing here. And so it is, but you gotta really, really break the ice. Um, Holy crap, that dude laughed loud as hell. Fourth thing I would say is that it is easy to get around, but it's also extremely difficult to get around because Google Maps doesn't work, and I did not realize how much I relied on Google Maps until I came to Korea. Like, you can't really search up anything in Korea without the help of somebody who knows Korean. Now, what does that mean, right? There's an app called Naver, or you could use Waze, but like it's still kind of difficult to get around because like most of the time the translations doesn't really translate directly from English to Korean. And so you're low-key SOL most of the times unless you just say, hey, Korean friend, can you translate this for me? And so I will say that's a pretty big thing for me because like getting around Daegu, trying to search some places up, like if you Google this place and you try to put it in a map, Google Maps isn't gonna work. You could try Waze, but it's only for cars. And you could try, and there's Kakao T, which is a taxi app, but like you literally have to kind of search it on the actual map, like drag on your phone on the map and find it, which is difficult. So there's that. I feel as though I'm pretty limited on where I can go, honestly, because I don't speak Korean or Hangul. But it is what it is. But, I really like the fact that Korean culture doesn't do tipping because in America, tipping is outrageous now. Like, I'm honestly not excited to go back to America because the prices are so inflated right now. And I gotten used to just paying regular prices that I paid before it got so bad in America. But it is what it is. But all in all, though, I enjoyed my time in South Korea. I met a lot of cool people. And yeah, bro. Like, it's pretty cool. It's a good experience. One thing I will say, though, is that the fashion in South Korea is absolutely, I like it. I like it a lot. It's way better than Americans' fashion. Like, the people dress very modest and, demure. Like, I don't know. I would say if the 1950s American style, like where they wore like suits and stuff like that, were just modernized. That's like South Korea. Like everybody's kind of wearing like business casual, like modest clothing, modest and respectful. And then you go to Seoul, and you got the fashionistas just dressing just all types of ways. It's pretty cool. I like it. And although it's not as out, it still looks nice in my opinion. But yeah, boys, we're currently at Opson Mountain. I'm just reflecting on my time here in Korea. The food is really good. I haven't really had a bad experience. The only bad experiences you're gonna have as a foreigner is because you're a foreigner and you don't understand the customs and the cultures here, and it's gonna be frustrating. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like people here, it's a nice little society here. Honestly, right? I wish America was kind of like this in some aspects. Right now, I'm going to be going back to the United States. I'm going to Georgia, Fort Stewart. I don't know what's going to happen after that, but so far, South Korea has been pretty cool, though. And I recommend it. It's been a pretty cool spot to live for a year. And I'm cold as hell, so I will see you guys back in the studio. Boy's been in the Army for about almost 6 years now. And it's kind of crazy to think about. Like, the majority of my young adulthood so far has been in the Army, bro. It's crazy. What's next? I don't know.